Hi guys, so I am currently in Israel, as the vlog is saying. I moved here about 3 weeks ago, from Melbourne in Australia, as you may know, after I've lived there for 10 years. And I was actually born in Israel. I lived before moving to Australia in a very, very, very small town of like 600 people maybe, and yeah, we've just decided as a family that it's probably better for us to move back. I am currently here, but on a mission, as I said, to go to America, and I might just fly back and forth, or I'll fly straight, like actually move there. I'm not too sure, it depends on my visa, but I'll see what's going to happen there. So I thought I'm just going to tell you shortly what is happening currently in my life, what I've been doing in Israel. I'm currently living in my auntie's place with my cousins and my mom, and we're looking for an apartment in the center of Israel because that's where everything happens. And at the moment we don't have a car, so it's just easier transportation wise to stay in a central area, which makes sense. But yeah, so I live with my cousins, with my auntie and my uncle and my mom, so it's and a dog, so it's a big happy family. And after being for a month in Japan with my sister in Tokyo, the transition is much easier than I thought it would be. I thought, to be honest, I was very scared it's gonna feel claustrophobic and gonna feel small, and you know, I'm not used to living in a suburban area, not like that. But after being in Tokyo for a month, and well, literally everything is just bricks upon bricks upon bricks. It feels like I'm in such a green area, so it's everything happens for a reason. It wasn't easy moving and leaving everything and everyone behind. Not gonna lie, I do miss Australia and Melbourne in particularly so much. Melbourne is my home, and I hope that I can feel home again in another place, but unfortunately I had to move. And saying that though, I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to visit and see my friends and maybe live there again. I'm not too sure. At this point in my life, my number one focus and goal is my career. And if I can, I'm just gonna literally, I'm marrying my career. Wherever my career takes me, I'll go, and later on in life I'll just see what's gonna happen. So at the moment I'm just trying to organize my life and get everything together, making sure my family is okay, also trying to apply for my visa to the US, organize all of that, while at the same time I've been emailing lots and lots to the US and to the UK, and I've been getting some incredible emails back. So some really exciting things are going to happen next year. I'm definitely going to the US, that's for sure. I have some meetings I'm organizing at the moment with some really major managements. So the fact that they saying that I'm doing something right and they believe in me is a huge compliment, especially after feeling like I have to restart again in some way. But yeah, I'm looking to taking my career to the US and to the European market, and at the same time I'm looking for a job here to financially support myself and my family, so we can afford an apartment, I can afford all my recordings and my flights and everything. I had a few photo shoots which happened very, very randomly. It just shows you how anything can happen in life. I've just been scouted from a photographer and I've been asked to model for them. I had a few meetings with agencies here which wanted to sign me. So yeah, my vision just in line with theirs, and as much as I was hoping to find some sort of agency that can support me from here to overseas, they are very, well, those that I've met were very limited and rigid in their thinking, whereas I'm very, I like to think ahead and I like to think big while making small plans. So yeah, everything happens for a reason and it's fine. I'm just, you know, I've met a few people and some producers that in Israel, they've been working with Sony, Warner, Universal and some major labels and Sony ATV, so publishing, like, and they say that what I'm doing right now is the right choice and I can definitely make it where I want to take it. So I just need to be very strategic. It's actually amazing and incredible and such an empowering moment to feel when you say no to something that you believe in and you're not just bending just to sake of being famous. Because if I wanted to sign those agreements, I could have, but I decided to walk away for something that I believe in. And I think that's something so incredibly important for all of us to take from that, because if you believe in something, go with it. Don't compensate for whatever price it is, especially not for fame. I'm not doing this for the fame. I'm doing this because I have a vision, because I believe in something bigger than becoming famous. I want to influence people and I want to, you know, my songs, I'm all talking about, you know, all of them, they talk about empowerment and self-belief. And if I'm not doing this myself, why would I preach that? You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's just really, really nice. At the moment, I don't have anything full on that I'm grabbing a hold on to, but I definitely believe that I'm going in the right direction and hopefully I can see it here in this vlog with you guys. God knows what's gonna happen, but let's just jump right into it. What was going on beforehand because I was running late, but I had a gig for modeling for a photography studio, and pretty much I found this gig just from doing a photo shoot for one of the guys, one of the photographers who was using the studio, and they really liked how I look in front of the camera, so they just asked me to do this modeling for them. And lately I've been asked actually to do modeling for another agency, so I might even go down this route as well as being a singer-songwriter. I don't know, see how comfortable I feel in front of the camera. They were dressing me with like different costumes, and so yeah, it was really, really fun, like really kind people, and yeah, I'm definitely going to do it again. So I better go home now because my brain is literally shutting down. As you can see, I can't really speak, but I'll just go home, get my sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Doing all of this and, you know, having some fun to create more content and more music for you guys and for myself, really. Like, I want to develop as much as I can as an artist. I want to create as much content as I can, as many songs as I can produce, so I need funds for that. And being on my own, pretty much, like, I have a manager and all, but there's no funding support from anyone but myself, so I really need to think outside the box. So I had to get a job. So yeah, I'm trying to find a job at the moment to get it all going. At the same time, I've been calling managements from London to New York to LA. Thankfully I have Caitlin, who is amazing and taking care of everything back in Australia. But yeah, at the moment I'm really like, I'm quite surprised surprised and, to be honest, a bit disappointed from the music industry in Israel. I was expecting to have amazing variety of music here, considering it's such a huge part of the culture and the history. And to be honest, it's quite disappointing. It's very rigid, and for my style of music, which is pop, and especially considering I'm speaking and singing in English and my writing is in English, there's no opportunity for artists like myself to be promoted here unless I sing in Hebrew and then later on start to write some stuff in English and produce it in English in Israel and advertise it here. Otherwise, I'm quite limited. So what I'm thinking of doing is really trying to obviously get as much as exposure as I can in Israel, which is why I came here essentially and initially as well. But beside obviously being with my mom and with my family and stuff, but I'm thinking towards maybe, I hope you can hear me with the wind, I'm not too sure, but I'm thinking of maybe going towards even London and then developing from there towards the US. I have the US I have next year, so hopefully everything will go according to plan. But I've learned that in life, as much as you plan things, you never actually know what's going to happen. So yeah, so this agency called Image, and they are massive here with the modeling, but they opened a new department of music, and they really wanted to sign me. But then I said, well, look, considering that you're saying that I need to change essentially who I am for the industry here, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm staying true to myself. I think it's so important to stay true to yourself and true to your artistry, and just knowing that if it's not working in this way, it will happen eventually. You just have to stick and trust your gut, and my gut is telling me to stay true to myself right now. So yeah, so I'm hoping I'm doing the right thing, but I'm just gonna keep on hustling, keep on working really hard, harder than ever, keep on doing these vlogs and stuff, and showing you that it's not all a smooth ride, and I'm still figuring out everything that I'm doing while I'm doing it. But I have to say, the more I do, the more I learn, and the more I'm certain of myself, as of who I am, as both as a person and as an artist, and really learning what it is that I'm looking for and what it is that I'm wanting and expecting of others to do for myself as well. Like, if people are telling me that I need to change what changing essentially who I am, I'm just gonna walk away. Yeah, so right now I'm thinking of trying as much as I can to push my music here, but if I see that it's just not working, I'm gonna go to London and then to LA and America in general. So that's the update as of now. But other than that, Israel has been amazing. The weather is just awesome, the sun all the time. It's supposed to be autumn right now, but it's like, I'm actually like shooting. So so yeah, it's quite hot. It's really nice. The people are lovely, and even if I'm not working with this agency, for example, they're still so nice, and they were willing to answer all of my questions and making sure that I fully understand everything before I sign. And yeah, unfortunately it's not going to work out with them, but I'm sure there's going to be someone that I can work with. So yeah, so just had a long day, a long morning. I'm gonna go home now, eat some lunch because I'm hungry, and yeah, then keep on emailing more and more. Right, so that's it. I'll see you soon.